A star. It's there. Is it? Maybe not. Wait, that light. It's old, really old, centuries old. It left long ago. The star moved or changed. You can't know, not yet. The sky is not live footage. It is a recording. Every point of light is delayed, some by years, some by thousands of years. You are staring into the past, all of it, all at once. Let me show you how. Light is fast, almost unimaginably fast. It travels at about 186,000 miles every second. In 1 second, light could wrap around the Earth roughly 7 times. That sounds instant. It isn't. Space is bigger than fast. That is the whole trick. Space is so wide that even light takes time to cross it. And time is exactly what you are looking at, not distance, time. Start close. Look at the moon. The moon sits about 238,000 miles away. Its light reaches your eye in about 1¼ seconds. So you never see the moon now. You see it a heartbeat ago. Now the sun. 93 million miles of empty space sit between you and it. Sunlight takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to cross that gap. Step outside at noon. The warmth on your skin left the sun before you woke up thinking about it. Push further out. Jupiter's light takes between 35 and 52 minutes to reach you, depending on the orbits. Saturn runs over an hour behind. Neptune is 4 hours in the past. Every planet is a different delay. The whole sky is a stack of different times. Not one moment, many. Layered on top of each other in the same view. Now leave the solar system. The nearest star system to you is Alpha Centauri. Its light takes about 4.3 years to arrive. 4 years, just for the closest one. Everything else is further. Astronomers gave that delay a name. They call it the light year. It sounds like a measure of time. It is actually a measure of distance. 1 light year is how far light travels in 1 year. About 5.8 trillion miles. But here is the thing about that name. It tells you distance and delay in the same word. A star 1,000 light years away is 1,000 years old in your eye. The distance is the delay. They are the same number. Look at Betelgeuse. That's the red shoulder of Orion, one of the easiest stars to find in the winter sky. It sits roughly 500 to 600 light years away. The light hitting your eye tonight left Betelgeuse around the time of the Renaissance. You are looking at a star through a 500-year lag. Betelgeuse is also unstable. It brightens, it dims. In late 2019, it faded dramatically, and telescopes across the world turned toward it. The Very Large Telescope in Chile imaged its surface directly. They found a huge cloud of dust dimming one side of it, but that dimming had already happened centuries earlier. The news just arrived. That is what makes the phrase land. That star might be gone, not as a story, as arithmetic. If Betelgeuse changed 200 years ago, that information is still in transit. It is crossing the gap right now, and it will not arrive in your lifetime. Go deeper. Point at the faint smudge in Andromeda on a dark night. That is a whole galaxy, about 2.5 million light years away. The light entering your eye left before anything you would recognize as recorded history. You can see it without a telescope. 2.5 million years delivered to the back of your eyeball. Now think about what a telescope actually is. It is not a magnifier. It is a time machine that only points backwards. The further it sees, the older the light it catches. The Hubble Space Telescope, launched in 1990, made that literal. It stared at one nearly empty patch of sky for days. The image that came back was full of galaxies nobody had ever seen. Their light had been traveling for billions of years. Hubble did not find them. It waited for them. The James Webb Space Telescope pushed the idea further. It watches in infrared because light stretches as it crosses vast distances. The longer the journey, the redder the light gets. Astronomers call that redshift. So the oldest light arrives not just late, but stretched. Here is the counterintuitive part. There is no such thing as seeing something as it is. Not in space, not on Earth, not anywhere. Vision is always delayed. Always. Space just makes the delay big enough to notice. Look at your own hand. The light bouncing off it reaches your eye in about a billionth of a second. That is a delay too. It is real, it is measurable. Your hand is in the past by a nanosecond. Look across the room. 10 feet away is about 10 nanoseconds of lag. Look across a valley. A mile is roughly 5 microseconds behind. You have never once seen the present, and there is no cheating this. Albert Einstein worked out that the speed of light is the hard ceiling on how fast anything can carry information. Nothing outruns it. No signal, no message, no look. The delay is not a flaw in your eyes. It is the structure of the space between things, which means the word now does not stretch across the sky. Now is local. It is a bubble that goes as far as light has had time to reach. Beyond that, you get the past. Only the past. So go back to that star. Pick any one on any clear night. You cannot say whether it exists right now. Not because the tools are bad, but because right now, at that distance, is not a thing you have access to yet. The answer is still traveling, and that changes what you are actually doing when you look up. You are not observing the universe. You are receiving mail. Very old mail, arriving all at once from 1,000 different dates. Your eye is the mailbox. Astronomers use this constantly. It is not a curiosity to them. It is a tool. Every distant object is a preserved sample of a moment they could never otherwise reach. The delay is the entire reason the sky is worth studying. Nothing else lets you look at a moment that far away and see it still happening. There is a strange comfort hiding in that. The night sky is the most stable thing you have ever looked at, precisely because it is old. The image is fixed. It already happened. Nothing you do can change what is already in flight. So the next time you step outside in the dark, remember what you are seeing. Not stars. Photographs of stars. Delivered slowly, one by one, across an empty gap that took centuries to cross. Look up. A star. It's there. It's just not now.